everyone thinks that the 9-to-5 sucks. Pop culture has made fun of it for decades, but in a new era where you can literally monetize anything, people are ditching normal jobs for more flexible work. But how? And is it actually working for people? That's what I want to talk about today. First, we need to go back like 100 years to 1914 when Ford introduced the 8-hour workday. No, not that Ford, this Ford. It was enabled by manufacturing technologies and methodologies like the assembly line, which compressed time to output with labor efficiencies. The 8-hour workday was a welcome respite after the tough working conditions from the Industrial Revolution. So back in the day, people were working 12 to 16 hours, 6 days a week. Kind of like investment bankers do today. Fast forward to today, as technology continues to improve, you would think we could work less hours to generate the same or more GDP and income. But this hasn't really happened. While technology has advanced to the point that we can literally do work by tapping screens with our fingers, and productivity has risen, wages have remained relatively static since the 1980s. When the pandemic hit, that seemed to be the breaking point for people that were tired of low flexibility, long hours, and maybe even undercompensation. Until now, even if prior generations weren't satisfied with 9-to-5 work, there weren't really a lot of options. College-educated Gen Xers and millennials basically had to choose between typing on a keyboard at company A or typing on a keyboard at company B. Enter our new workforce warriors, Gen Z. The Gen Zers came on the scene already disillusioned by the traditional 9-to-5. Even before they started working, their idols were YouTubers, Twitch streamers, Instagrammers, and TikTokers. They entered the workforce valuing mental health support, work-life balance, and creative flexibility. And they care less about traditional corporate benefits, like a pension, dental benefits, and other things that you see with a traditional 9-to-5. We see this in the data. 42% of Gen Zers would rather work at a company that gives them a sense of purpose versus one that just pays them more. 56% said they would leave a job if it interferes with their personal lives. Almost half of them said they wouldn't join a company that didn't align with their views on social and environmental issues. A recent survey by Lego found that 1/3 of kids between 8 and 12 aspire to be a full-time content creator when they grow up. So the scorecard has changed. This has led to a ton of new gigs that people are investing time in. Let's talk about the 4 main ways that people are creating flexible work for themselves. Number 1, classic gigs. This is the type of work that we've traditionally seen on a Craigslist or job board. Anything from babysitting to lawn mowing, these are the types of hyper-local gigs that you can do for your neighbor. Making meaningful money generally requires consistently finishing small jobs. That's why marketplace companies like Lug, TaskRabbit, and Postmates have all been successful. Number 2, modern trades. The trade industry has also been revolutionized by technology and social media. From mixologists to tattoo artists to hairstylists, these tradespeople now use social media to build an audience, to connect with their peers, and to find more work. They usually end up working flexible hours in person where they provide services face-to-face. Because these services are often one-to-one, by building an audience, these individuals can charge more for that service over time. And 3, digital creative expert. While an amateur designer on Fiverr can earn pretty good money, a more specialized creative with a portfolio and body of work online is able to charge a lot more. Digital creative experts can be anyone from a podcast editor to a logo designer to a copywriter. The best thing about this type of work is it's highly flexible. You can deliver your work digitally and you can source clients globally. Number 4, Me as a Service. Me as a Service is the newest form of flexible work. Under this category, people trade off their name and sell their personality on platforms like Patreon, Substack, YouTube, and Twitch. People are productizing themselves, a concept that was popularized by Naval's viral tweet storm, How to Get Rich Without Getting Lucky. Here, the product is the individual and their perspective and skill set. This relies a lot on trust and influence. In this category, with products like paid newsletters, podcasts, and courses, individuals can get paid 6 to 7 figures while they sleep. A helpful framework I use a lot is Nathan Barry's Ladders of Wealth Creation. Nathan is the founder and CEO of ConvertKit, a newsletter platform that enables creators of all kinds to distribute media to their audiences. In this framework, you move from left to right as you increase your leverage and earning potential. First, you start with time for money, then your own service business, then you productize those services, and ultimately you start selling products. Nathan's Ladders demonstrates the ideal pathway for more wealth building, but not everyone ascends these ladders smoothly. Let's talk about the challenges of flexible work. The struggling actor trope is now the struggling YouTuber. Even though social media has democratized the consumption of media, it hasn't democratized widespread success or income for creators. A lot of platforms make it seem like everyone is making 6 figures, but the data shows this isn't always happening. A report titled The Economics of OnlyFans revealed the top 1% of OnlyFans creators make approximately 1/3 of all money flowing through the platform, and the top 10% make 73% of all the money. with the median account making approximately $180 per month. What's crazy about this is the top earners on OnlyFans are likely already celebrities and influencers that have a natural advantage when it comes to making more money. So it's not the romanticized story of the average person supporting themselves through a new platform like OnlyFans. Another challenging thing about flexible work is the fact that the government doesn't really understand some of these new classes of work, and they're not sure how to regulate it to protect people. This comes as no surprise for anyone that's been following the regulatory mess surrounding ride-sharing apps like Uber. But even knowledge-based freelancers have been caught in the middle. For example, in California, you have the Assembly Bill 5 AB5. One section caps submissions from any freelance writer, editor, or newspaper cartoonist to 35 per year. To an experienced freelancer, that could only be a couple of months of income. This affects a lot of people and a large percentage of our economy. In Los Angeles alone, there were over 400,000 gig workers who earned a collective $18 billion last year. This is a thorny debate with a lot of opinions. A recent study by Contently surveyed 573 freelancers about California's new bill. They found 88% oppose AB5's provisions limiting freelance creative submissions. 75% said they prefer freelancing over full-time work, and 82% are opposed to a cap on freelance submissions of any kind. If you're going your own way to escape the stagnant 9 to 5, I'm here to help you navigate this. Subscribe to this channel to learn how everyday people are redefining their work life.